Hello friend, today we will explore the Independence Palace of Saigon. So, our country, we used to be colonized by the French, and the French would come in 1858 and they stay all the way until 1954. So that was almost 100 years. But shortly when the French arrived in Vietnam, they quickly took 6 of our main provinces in the southern region. And when they took all the provinces, they began to build a lot of buildings, including Catholic churches, schools, and government buildings. So the French, they actually started this whole building. They constructed in 1868, and it got done in 1871. So those are the tanks that belong to the National Liberation Front. They are the southern people who fought for the northern government in our country. But the 2 tanks, it crashed the main gate in 1975 and therefore ended the war. But come back to the French, come back to the French colonists. They started and finished the whole building in 1871. So that white building over there is actually a new one. Before that, there used to be another building. It's called the Notre-Dame Palace. But the Notre-Dame Palace, well, Notre-Dame, it is named after the Cambodian king, Norodom Sihanouk. I think that's his correct name. But anyhow, that king allowing the French to to supervise the Indochina region. So that's why the French named it the Notre-Dame Palace. Anyhow, when our southern president moved here to live, he decided to rename it. He renamed it into the Independence Palace. Well, shortly after that, in 1962, there was a coup attack that happened here, and actually the palace was bombed. The idea is, the intention was the opposing force, they want to eliminate the southern president. So the left wing of the palace, it was destroyed completely. And then luckily our southern president, Ngô Đình Diệm, he still survived along with his family. But he looked at the building and he feel that it's impossible to restore. So he decided to demolish the whole building and constructed a brand new one. So this one, it was built it was finished in 1966, but the construction started right after the assassination. So it started in 1962. It took 4 years to build, and the architect who designed the building is Ngô Viết Thụ. He one of a very talented architect in our country. So right now we will go inside and explore all the rooms. So usually this is one of the most crowded area in Saigon. We got a lot of tourists from mainly from the north of Vietnam, and we got a lot of foreigners as well. If you come here, make sure that you come very early in the morning. The ticket would be 40,000 dong for now. 40,000 dong is less than $2, so it's pretty reasonable actually. And the first room I want to show you is the banquet room. This is the room where people die here, people eat in this room together. And the yellow is a color of royalty, and they also make people want to eat more as well. It makes people become more appetizing. So in the central is actually a painting of Ngô Viết Thụ himself. So our architect He's very talented. He also painted a painting of Vietnam, of 3 different regions of Vietnam. So now we're gonna come and take a look. But 3 floors here you can walk and enjoy, but you can also take a lift as well if you know, if you have trouble with the body. And here it is. Show you the painting. My hand is pretty tired after the stream, but let's see if I can do the whole tour for you. This painting on the left would be the mountainous range in Vietnam. Right in the central, we have the scene from the Forbidden City of Huế in the central. And then on the right is supposed to be the lushy green rice paddy and river from the southern region. And right in the corner is the name of the artist, Ngô Viết Thụ. It was done in 1966. So this is the home, you know, this is the home of the southern president. So he lived here along with his family. They host all kind of meeting in this palace. And nowadays it still functions. It's become a museum for people to come and visit. But when our government have any important meeting, they actually close down the museum and use the red room. Right now we go to the red room. They will use the red room as the conference hall. So this is perhaps, yes, this is the largest room in the whole building, in the whole palace. So the red is always symbolize luck and power, and red in Vietnam is also symbolize the blood that our soldiers spread during the war as well. So this is it. This is the place where government officials meet and discussing about the country. But on the left you can see we have got the statue of Ho Chi Minh, our leader, along with the 2 flags. Our flag, the one with the star, and the communist flag, the one with the sickle and hammer. But right on the background, you see this painting. This is the painting of what the name of the painting is Việt Nam Quốc Tổ, and it's depicting a scene from the way before 4,000 years ago, and the person that you are seeing is Hùng King. So Hùng, H-U-N-G, it means bravery actually, but according to the legend, he is the first king in our country. He was the one who formed Vietnam, the founder of our country. And on the corner you will see the 2 characters is actually, it means Văn Lang. So Văn Lang is actually the original name of Vietnam, and eventually we change many names. Eventually it become Vietnam. So Hùng Kings and all of the Mandarin and the soldiers gathering around him. So right now we're gonna move to the next one, but also keep in mind that they have the audio guidebook right in front, so you can rent them and got more information about this place as well. So this is one of a meeting room, you know. But the idea is they have the green color as a theme, because the green color, it will make people become calm and relax. And also it's have an oval shape. The idea is everybody is equal to each other. So no one is higher or lower than the other. So meeting room, they actually have a decent English word for this one. Cabinet room, yes. Cabinet room is the name. Phòng nội các. So normally there's a main stairs here for us to walk up, but now it's got closed, so we have to walk the other small stairs. The bathroom will be underground, you know, in the basement. And in don't worry, they have bathroom everywhere in this palace. So I know a lot of you worry about that when you come to Vietnam, but I would say not anymore, you know, not nowadays anymore. So coming to, well, I guess before coming to the second floor, for now we were just exploring the bunker because it's more interesting. First, let's take a look at the kitchen at the time. So, kitchen of the president of Vietnam. So let's see, they got this machine to grinding the meat, I think, or maybe to making bread. This is the grill, electric grill. And then we got a ice cream freezer here as well. Ice cream. This is probably for water. No, make cafe. Coffee machine. Oh, for cafe with this one. I have never seen any of these before outside of this palace, you know. So this is something very special. You got a steamer here. And it's a very large kitchen, right? Because I guess normally they cook for a lot of people, for all the employees in the government, and for all the guests as well. The refrigerator one. So we got the gas range with a oven. So this will be the oven. Huh. This is table refrigerator. So this, I guess, is a place where they cook all the big stew or soup or something. This is giant, like a giant wok. So this is a place where all the food is coming from for our president, you know. And we're now exploring the bunker. It's nice, a little bit creepy, but it's nice. You know, some a mysterious vibe. But before that, I want to show you this car. This is the Restore Jeep. The last president, Yoon Văn Minh, he used it to, to drive him to a place in Saigon where he got his surrender speech. Surrender unconditionally and make the country united into one. So coming down, security. This is one of the office. So the idea of the bunker is the first Southern president, Ngô Đình Diệm, he was assassinated actually in November 1963. That's why the next president, they want to build a whole bunker system to protect themselves. You see, in case if the bombing happens, then they can run away. So it actually have two layers though, this bunker. But the second layer, they closed down. So now we are only allowed to visit the first one, you know, which is this one right now. So imagine if all the bombing happened up there, is supposed to not affect the bunker area. And also, in the office on the second floor, he also have the secret door where he can run away to this bunker as well and then escape. So let me show you. We are not allowed to enter it. But that would be the second layer of this bunker. The President War Room is a name. You see a lot of maps of the southern Vietnam. The French, they call it Cochin China at that time. So we got southern Vietnam, and yeah, the President War Room, I guess this is where he discusses issue about the war and all the telephones for communicating with people. I guess most of them from the state. This is where he sleeps. Well, this is not where he sleep. I think this is, if things got very dangerous, then he came down to sleep. But normally he got the whole fancy bedroom on the upper floor. So this is a part of Indochina as well, the southern region. The president bedroom. So they're coming this way. You see, it's a very narrow walk. And imagine if you're not early, if you're coming a bit late, you have to, you got squeezed with everybody. So remember to come early when you, if you want to visit this palace. In our office area, and here, this is the fax room, I think. Telex room. Oh, look at this machine. So they type stuff, sending to the other country, I guess. Anyhow, telex. Wait, let me see. Yeah, room number 10. They simply said room number 10 without any further information. This is the radio receiver. I don't know anything about this room actually. My information about this room is very limited. So this is the switchboard. Tổng đài điện thoại, switchboard is it. So this is our bunker, and it's almost like a maze, I feel. There's a lot of rooms, and we could get lost in this bunker, So communication or transmission is the name of this room. Backup radio. This one. So here we got the command center, commandment, and well, I'm gonna give you some information that they have here as well. Construction took 3 months, 72 meters long, 22 in width. Anyhow, we can pause and breathe, alright? Please don't touch the object always. This is the number of soldiers who came to Vietnam. Oh, 600,000, more than 600,000 of them. Hoa Kỳ, this word Hoa Kỳ, it means the US, the United States. And those are Lục Quân soldiers. I don't remember the English one, but this would be the Marine soldier. So this is from working soldier. This is from the sea. Không quân, how do you call it? The soldier from the sky. But anyhow, American, we got the Australian, the Chinese, South Korean, Thailand. I don't know this. I don't know this one. I got this in New Zealand, the Philippines, Spanish, and Thai. So all come together as a team coming to Vietnam, fighting this war. So the country got divided at the 17th parallel after the Geneva Accords. We were divided into two like that. And after 21 years fighting, we finally, got united during the 30th of April in 1975. So that was significant. Normally on the 30th of April and the 1st of May, we will have 2 days break. One is to celebrate our independence, and in Another one is to celebrate the Labor Day. So now coming to the second floor, you're gonna see the private apartments of the president as well. I'm pretty tired actually right now after the COVID. My body is still recovering, but I'll try to show you the second room, and I'm gonna end up the video from now, alright? This lift, you see the sign for the people with disability, but I saw people use it, you know, before from the older generation, or if you have trouble walking, you can use it as well, no worries about it. This is a room that is for the Vice President of Vietnam. Vice President, again the theme is red or yellow, color of power and royalty. So this is the scene of this painting is Văn Miếu, one of the first university of literature in our country, and located in Hanoi, in the capital. So it's a beautiful lacquer painting. Oh, it's empty. I see some. This is the gift for us by the people of Hong Kong. In 1973, you see this carpet. They have 4 dragons, which symbolize power, and right in the center we have the 2 phoenix, which is the balance. You know, the balance is they balance out the dragon, and that side, right in the center of the phoenix, is the word longevity. So longevity is not a longevity for any individual, but it's actually the longevity for the whole country. So the Hong Kongers, they would wish us to be powerful and then to stay long. As a country, we survive forever. We don't get invaded by anybody. This one. This is a domestic meeting room. You see all the chairs and table is equal. Red carpet with the word longevity as well. But right now we're gonna come to the next one. The next room would be the international meeting room, and you will see the design is very different. So we got high chairs and low chairs like that. But according to the architect, the high chairs, the highest one, would belong to the president. This one for the president. And all the chairs belong for the guests. The high one, meaning that they have a higher ranking, like that. And in Vietnam, during that time, the elephant tusk is also a symbolism of power as well. So that's why you see the dragon along with the 2 tusks. So it's not a thing nowadays anymore. Actually, nowadays we try to protect them, the elephants, and especially we forbid people to exploiting their tusk or their body, you know. But in the past, the horn and the tusk of the elephants, of the deer, it is considered to be sacred. It have some people believe that it have the healing effect as well. They consume it as a medicine as well. So this one. This is what we call an ambassador chamber, a place for ambassador to meet up. Very special room. You can see it's made by wood. The table and the sofa is made by wood. And for me, I think this is the most expensive room in the whole palace. Over there is a painting, a lacquer painting of 40 pieces coming together and it describing a peaceful scenery in our country. So that painting, the meaning is that our country, we used to get colonized by the Chinese for 1,000 years, and when the Chinese left, we are very happy for it. So that painting depicted the period where Vietnam become independent from our northern neighbor. So again, I'll show you in the central. Beautiful, beautiful lacquer and wood. Now coming to the private, we will visit the private apartment of the resident, and we're gonna end our tour for today, alright? So private apartments of his family actually. So we got this one. We call it Hòn Non Bộ, right? Hòn Non Bộ is a miniature. It has a shape of mountain and river and green, a lot of green. Those three coming together. We believe that it will bring the harmony to the whole atmosphere, and it's simply very beautiful. It's a beautiful decoration as well. So right here is a bedroom of his children, I think, of his family. Pretty fancy red carpets, and this is where they sleep and have fun, I think. So right here again we got all the horn, different horns of oxes and deer, and then got the ships. So those are the gifts presented to President Nguyễn Văn Thiệu. He's the second southern president in the south of Vietnam. Got the eagle. So actually, Nguyễn Văn Thiệu, the second president, he's the one who stayed here for the longest, because the first one he got assassinated. So he actually, this is supposed to be his dream home, but he never got a chance to live here, you know. He died in 1963. The same thing happened to John Kennedy in November 1963. They both got assassinated. And then the second one, Nguyễn Văn Thiệu, he came in. He stayed here for the period of 9 years, from 1966 up until 1975. And then we got the third one, Trần Văn Hương. He only ran for about less than a week. Less than 2 weeks, I think. I remember less than 2 weeks. And then the last one, Dương Văn Minh, he only ran for 3 days. And then he had to deliver. He had to surrender, you know, to the northern government. Yeah, so that's it, the story of Vietnam. That's in the dining room, by the way. I think his family would eat there, enjoying themselves. And that was it for the tour today. See you in the next one, alright? See you in the next adventure in Vietnam.